Yo, what is good? My Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family. We're back again with another daily Casper Crypto live stream. I apologize for it being a little late today. Was preoccupied at our usual time, but we are here nonetheless, and we have some huge developments to cover in today's stream. Some Casper updates, some Igra Labs clarification, if you will, some very important stuff. And maybe there'll be more coming out throughout the stream as well. We'll have to wait and see. But we have got some huge fundamental enough to get through in this stream today regarding the Fed, regarding the US Senate, and so much more. Ultimately, as the title states, millionaires are about to be made. Now, there's still, in my belief, of course it depends on how much you're holding. There's my belief that there'll be millionaires made in Casper still, but for this cycle, for this market, for crypto, there is zero doubt in my mind that people are going to make a lot of money. I'm hopeful that the market will start seeing that push upwards now after the whole war situation, which, while there does seem to be some form of ceasefire, it's still very, very, hit or miss. Apparently Israel and Hamas have shown interest in getting deals done. But again, until we see an actual peace deal, and even then, there was a peace deal between Iran and Israel last year that went on for 5 months until it was broken spontaneously. So ultimately war seems to always be looming, which is never a good thing, of course. But it looks like the FUD regarding the war has either been priced in, meaning that it won't affect the market too much anymore, or it's just fizzled out because they don't believe it's going to happen anymore. If you're looking at the other markets, S&P 500 is still just off all-time highs, about 1% off all-time highs. Fantastic stuff to see. Gold is starting to rally a little bit, but even then, gold is still nearing all-time highs, down 4-5%. Oil is staying stagnant down below $70 a barrel, which again is a smart money showcasing that they don't believe the war is coming right now, which is reassuring. Of course, that can still change. Don't be emotional. Be able to cool look at these markets, analyze it for yourself. But we have got some huge announcements here, very, very big, that I want to get to in this video. That again reignites my belief of what's about to come in this space in the very near future. And shameless plug, I know, but the stuff that I talk about with my VIPs all the time, in my VIP group, we talk about even more in-depth alpha information regarding what these smart money individuals are looking at ahead of time. So what we're talking about in these streams, what we're covering here, it's great stuff, but my community, my VIPs, we knew this months back. We knew it was going to happen. This is just mainstream confirmation. If you want to find out more stuff ahead of time, alongside other benefits like trading and educational videos on like how to trade and whatnot, and equally, regarding BYDFI elements as well that I get into later on in the stream, come check out the link down below in the description, and also on my homepage, wop.com/coin factory. That being said, welcome back again everyone to the live stream. Yes, I went live very, very early in regards to the streaming element. Crypto Goes Man, welcome back, brother. Hope you're doing very, very well. Greg as well, what's up, my man? And yes, waiting 23 minutes, time to get that coffee. Yes, I had time to take a shower because I was feeling very, very sticky in this UK heat right now. What's up, DD, bro? You're doing very, very well, brother. And having a great day so far. 8 coffee today, damn. I'll have to call off a little bit. I do drink coffee occasionally, but it might be the one coffee a day, one every other day. It depends. If I've got a very heavy day ahead of me, I'll have coffee. Otherwise, I can normally survive without it. But yeah, with what's about to come through, in regards to my life, I feel like I'm going to become an avid coffee drinker, and I mean that's going to be something, right? You have definitely more coffee than blood. I do see that. I agree. That is crazy. I've already reduced my coffee addiction with half. There was, damn. You reduced it already. Damn. You might have to juice a little bit more, brother. Mate, Casper, $10 and I'll stop smoking and buy you a coffee a day. Well, there you go. $10 Casper, I think we'll all be millionaires, and no doubt about that. Have you heard about Zealous going to do lending? We have got some updates regarding Zealous here from CoinCo. I haven't heard too much regarding Zealous. I know Zealous is doing quite a lot right now. And of course, Zealous are killing it still, $33 million market cap. And it's going to probably rally up a lot higher once the mainnet does fully come out, which unfortunately we still haven't got a date to be determined just yet. But I'm also excited for what Igra are going to be releasing as well. Of course, for Zealous, that could be great because Zealous are also going to be on the Igra testnet as well. So Zealous have both Casper and Igra. I'm not sure how. I know Zellers are very close to Casper seemingly, the leading DEX, most of transactions. I'm not sure if they're going to be the same for Igra right now. I'll have to wait and find out more when their testnet comes out next month. But either way, I think Zill's going to be a strong spot, and there might be some other of these tokens that do very, very well soon. But I have to wait and see, of course. Things are still early doors, and I'm still very optimistic. And Casper goes to 15 cents. Along with my long, I'll be set for life. Well, hopefully that will happen soon enough. Hopefully soon enough, because you got into the long around, well, this area right here. Of course, leverage trading is very, very risky. But yeah, if you go to 15 cents right now from here, that's a very nice multiplier already. A 2x, of course, depending on the multiplier and how much you put in, it could be fantastic. And I do think Casper can reach 15 cents again in the cycle. I'd like to believe in the next couple of months, based on what's coming out. We'll get into that in a moment, though. Have you checked? Well, oh yeah, that's, talk about PCE. Diddy saying here that if the PCE is 2.5, 2.6, it will be good. The best 2.5. We leave the station towards green candle. I'll keep an eye on the AI agents, high risk, high reward. And yes, there's a lot of assets right now that are looking like they start to gain momentum. I think AI agents are doing very well. Some memes are starting to rally up again as well. And yes, PCE data coming out very shortly will be a big catalyst to signal again how the macro, the level of the economy, and therefore effectively how we're going to move from here. With that being said, before we get to more of the pleasantries, let's get into a bit of the sources first and foremost. So yes, in regards to the macro elements and what's to come, of course, PCE would be fantastic. We had low PCE inflation, that'd be fantastic. Or low PCE data would be 2.5 would be very, very good. And it would be a great indicator to the Federal Reserve as well. Now, we did hear the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell testify yesterday that banks are now allowed to engage with crypto, which is game-changing stuff. Huge news, a massive green light there. He also did say that we are in a position right now where we can still wait for rate cuts, which is frustrating. Of course, we want rate cuts to let the markets rally further. It will be better for on-risk markets and on-risk assets, so altcoins will go flying with rate cuts. He said that yesterday. Today, though, apparently Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell stated that future trade deals may allow the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Now, my depiction of what he said here is his main reason for why he has been so standoffish regarding cutting rates is because, in his words again, despite that inflation's been coming down steady, that the labour market is doing well, he's still worried about tariffs. But effectively what he has said here, from my understanding at least, is that he's still a bit worried about tariffs still, but he is now indicating that maybe these future trade deals, these tariffs, will actually incentivize and allow the Fed to cut interest rates, and maybe more so as well. So if I was to handle it as Jerome Powell is very much 50-50 on his depiction of tariffs now, I would argue maybe it's 45%, 55% in favor of tariffs now, just a little bit more so, which I think is a big deal. Either way, the interest rates will be huge, and we have got another post here in accordance to Morgan Stanley, who believe, $150 billion global investment powerhouse Morgan Stanley, who they believe and forecast that the Federal Reserve will slash interest rates 7 times in 2026 next year. Starting around early March or so, which could bring the terminal rate down to just 2.5 to 2.75%, which would be big. Of course, Donald Trump wants to be down that far already, but getting it down that far next year would be big. And this does potentially leave room and even a question to, will we see the typical 4-year cycle? Because we are expecting, as every crypto cycle, for it to end in November, December, Q4, or whenever the market top really comes through. And again, I'm not saying that it's definitely changing. Why I'm identifying though, which again, me and my VIPs have identified this already months back and continuously looking through more and more information about it, we are seeing more and more institutions get heavily involved, accelerate their integration into crypto. If they were to do that and the price of the asset and the market they're getting into starts to, come back 80% like it typically does, that could be damaging to them. Unless they get in at the bottom, it could be damaging to them. So potentially, once the correction is big, maybe the rate cuts will stabilize the markets quicker for on-risk markets, and maybe cause another relief. Again, we'll have to play it by ear and see how it goes from here. But aggressive rate cuts are great for crypto, great for altcoins, and if we're going to see a lot more in 26, maybe we see an extension, a first time ever extension to the crypto bull run. And I mean, what would that mean for Casper in that regard as well? Because Casper's biggest developments are coming out late this year, so that could be huge for it. Again, that is purely speculation. Do your own research. The VIP information, again, the alpha information that I provide, does have similar theories from these institutions who are kind of also depicting their massive involvement in crypto starting this year into 26, into 27, into 2030. So we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. And then, before I get to some more questions real quickly, so I can see what people are saying right now, we've got this other massive announcement that just came out. The US Federal Housing Finance Agency has just issued an order to count Bitcoin and crypto as an asset for a mortgage. You can now put cryptocurrencies down to mortgage on a house. That is huge, and once more, definitive proof that crypto is taking over the financial space. You haven't got to put dollars down or put money down on a mortgage for a house. You can now put it down in crypto, in Bitcoin. Of course, it will be very limiting right now, probably just Bitcoin and a few other notable assets like maybe Ethereum or XRP or whatever. But that will expand more and more. That is a very, very big deal. Huge news. We're going to see a lot more of this stuff coming out very, very soon. And again, this is still without the regulatory frameworks involved just yet. It's still so early in crypto adoption, so there's so much more to come in that regard. We've got another document here we'll get into in a moment. Well, actually, we'll get into it right now real quickly. The House officially received the Genius Act from the Senate yesterday afternoon. Of course, the Senate did write up the principles for the Stablecoin Clarity Act. This is the Genius Act, this is the Stablecoin bill. They wrote up the principle for the Clarity Act last night, or the day before, so which is really, really big. So now the House have received the Genius Act, and the Senate are now drawing up the Clarity Act as well. And so far, things are looking very, very good for getting both these bills to come through and implemented in America by August. So we're currently at the end of June, July, then August. So we are very, very close now, a month or two off to likely or hopefully seeing these bills implemented in America, which will be that green light signal for more institutions to get more involved into crypto. You're seeing verbal confirmation now from the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and from many, many other, banking regulators saying that yes, you can get involved in crypto now. It's huge, a huge shift we're seeing right now. And even just now on CNBC, Senator Lummis told, Joe Squawk, CNBC, that she hopes the Senate can work with the House together to figure out a path forward for both the Market Structure Bill and the Genius Act, so the Clarity and Genius Act. Now, I'm not saying combine them both and release them at the same time, but they both need to be passed this year. And that much I do agree with. I think the Genius bill, being the stablecoin bill, will likely be passed by August at this point. The Clarity bill has only just had its principal, structure. So people understand what the bill entails. It's only just come out now, and you've got the Senate one out. The House got to draw up their own one as well, and that'll be different. I'm sure they're going to try and then make them look more compatible with each other. So with that in that regard, it's going to be unlikely, in my personal belief, again, I'd love to be proven wrong, that we'll see the Clarity Act come out as quickly. And of course, the speculation and from the people inside the Senate and the politicians that they want to see both bills released at the same time, because having just a stablecoin bill could be damaging for short term without the Clarity bill. It's still a lot of kinks to figure out ultimately. It's still a lot of kinks to figure out, but it's a very good step in the right direction that the Genius Act is now with the House, and that should be voted on very, very soon, and hopefully come to a decision by August. The Clarity Act now being written up and, talked about, and that should hopefully see a decision, more finalisation around August, going into September maybe as well. But both should be passed this year, which will be huge. And once more, there is, my head, of course, there really is only two scenarios in my head, which is the bill is passed, both bills are passed by the end of this year, and therefore the banks now have the ability to start engaging and interacting and incorporating crypto and blockchain into their systems, which they're already going to be doing anyways, November time or so as well. ISO 20022 has to be integrated with all banks according to SWIFT by November, November 14th, I believe it is. So that's going to happen. So the two theories I have is either there's going to be a lot of FOMO, FIs, financial institutions are going to hedge in very quickly and therefore potentially end that typical 4-year cycle, making it a little bit longer. Or maybe they'll get involved, but not so much to the point where it's going to pump crypto assets, but let the assets kind of come down in value, maybe not as heavy as 80% like normal, but come down either way. And then just like you saw with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin was at 30k or something like that before BlackRock started buying in heavily. It's down to 16k down here. BlackRock got involved here, around 40k, and of course now because at 107k, so that's already a 2.5x already on Bitcoin. So maybe you'll see institutions start to slowly get involved in the part coming down, and then ETFs will come out, and then you start seeing it go up parabolically a lot quicker. All I do know, which I can say with utmost confidence, is that from now to 2027, the next 2 years are going to be the most impactful times for crypto. Now, what that means for the price, again, we'll have to play it by ear, wait and see. Again, this is information that I am speaking off the dome of my head based on the information I provide to my VIPs. So again, if you want to find out more about the document I'm talking about, go check out the VIP group. Link down below in the description, also my homepage. I have not preloaded it actually, which I should do. Thank you for closing that. There you go. That is not what I wanted to do. There you go. Should have preloaded it. There you go. So yeah, if you want to find out a lot more, warp.com/coin factory provide educational information, trade alerts, weekly live streams, and equally we have a lot of alpha information in there that lets us know what these institutions are looking at ahead of time. So we are looking at it, and it does tell us with every single document effectively saying from this year to 2027 is going to be huge. What it means for the price is still to be determined, but my two theses is either you're going to see the 4-year cycle come to an end, or you'll see not as severe as a pullback, and you'll see them hedge in very quickly late 25, early 26, and then you start seeing maybe an earlier rebound. But again, play it by ear, time will tell. It's not financial advice. Do your own research. Come check out the VIP to learn more. You can join for 1 week free trial, or alternatively, you can come check out the free Discord server, and you can join through the affiliate link to the BYDFI channels as we are working with BYDFI. Follow the links in the Get VIP Access channel, and you can receive many benefits alongside every time you trade on BYDFI through the affiliate, you get a 70% discount on all trading fees. BYDFI's got regulatory licenses in the United States and Canada and Australia and many more. There's no KYC, no VPN. And with it, you can get permanent VIP access to the BYDFI channels, the ones right here. All these channels right here. And equally, a 1-month free trial to the Coin Factory, my VIP group as well. Getting you access to all the alpha information that I post in there, and I'm much more on there going on there as well. So if you want to find out a lot more, again, links down below in the description on my homepage, and equally check out the free Discord server to get access there as well. If you sign up to the BYDFI affiliate link, you can also reach out to me on Discord and ask any questions that you need help with, because there's currently 2 campaigns going on with BYDFI and us right now, being a new deposit campaign, a chance to get an extra $2,000 bonus when trading, and equally a chance to participate in Casper trading campaign to get some free Casper as well. So again, a lot more going on. If you want to find out more, again, links in the Discord server, go check that out. That being said, before we get to more of the sources, again, some questions real quickly first and foremost. Welcome back, Lau, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother. And you too, Edwardson, Australia, brother. Welcome back, my man. Casper is the only way. Indeed, it is, hopefully, and I believe it is the future. Is it from me or your sound is not clear? It might be you, brother. I don't think anybody else is having a problem right now. Apologies if that is the case, though, brother. Did you watch Crypto Mindset 25 prediction? No, I have not. I don't watch Crypto Mindset very, very often. Purely because, my depiction of Crypto Mindset, nothing against the person at all, but from when I did watch his content originally, from what I can see, he's predominantly just a technical analysis channel, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But I find technical analysis channels alone tough to watch, purely because TA is fantastic. Of course, we do it occasionally on this channel, but one thing that I have heard, even through my mates who have made stupid money in stocks or markets or crypto, TA is fantastic, but the fundamentals is what really matters to help judge the TA. Of course, you can get fortunate, you can get lucky. Like, there's still people made predictions that Casper going to go back down to 5 cents this zone down here, and there's still a possibility, of course. You know, up to 7.7 cents, which is fantastic. Currently up 4.2% daily time frame. Great stuff to see all around. But TA and price predictions are all relative, and they do require fundamentals to back what's said. Now, so the point being is, I don't know what his price predictions are for Casper, and I also don't do price predictions on this channel either, so it doesn't bother me either way. I think Casper will do very, very well, and I think fundamentals are just as important, or if not more so important than TA, to judge where assets are going to go. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter either way. Nothing wrong with crypto mindset at all. He's seemingly done very well for himself, so hopefully he keeps it up. But yeah, welcome back as well, SLXO. On the checking it LB, my manager doing very, very well, brother. Am I here? Casper will reach again 20 cents. People years ago called $5 Casper at this time. I mean, again, people called it, but the problem is, again, everybody was living off the Casper FOMO. Like, everyone's calling that. People call Bitcoin 150k by this point as well. It's at 110k. The problem is when a market is really, really hot, you get these outlandish predictions. Where Casper was really, really hot, people were saying $10, $15 a cycle, which is extortionate. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm never going to say anything's impossible. Things can go completely against my predictions or my beliefs, and that'd be great in that regard if it goes to $10, $15. But it's a very high number. That's a $250 billion market cap. You know, Ethereum did go from, 15 to 500 billion market cap in its first cycle, so it's possible. But the question is, will Casper do that without its, tier 1 listings right now and no VC backing and whatnot? It's going to be a lot harder. Casper should, in my belief, quite comfortably regain 20 cents and then some. $5, should it have reached that at this point? Maybe. Would it reach at this cycle? Who knows? That would be a 130 billion market cap for Casper to be reaching $5 a cycle. It's quite high. Wouldn't say it's impossible. Again, nothing's impossible, but it's quite a high prediction. It just depends. It fundamentally depends on when the market top's going to be. If we can get some big institutional investors coming to Casper more so, if the KRI can really push Casper to the limit as well. It depends on a lot of factors. If the smart contracts come out, if we get native smart contracts, if we get stable coins in Casper, all these stuff, it depends on a lot. So, yeah, people had high predictions for Casper. I'm still optimistic on Casper, very much so. Where it goes in this cycle, though, we'll have to wait and see. I still think I'll do well, though. That's no doubt about that. Good evening, Brett, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother. Having a great day so far. All-time high in September. I mean, right now we're in June, going July, so August, September, 2-3 months. I mean, I think 2-3 months, yeah. Seeing Casper to reach 20 cents again in that time frame doesn't sound too outlandish 3 months from now, especially if you do get the stuff like the Market Clarity Act or the Just a Genius, even both or one of the bills coming through by that point. That would be a very big market top indicator, I think, as in like a very good trigger, a catalyst for crypto. And in that regard as well, I mean, maybe you'll see that movement for crypto happening soon, again, if you look at the M2 money supply, another good indicator that has an 80% correlation to the price of Bitcoin. It just suggests right now that we should be seeing Bitcoin push up quite high very, very soon. Of course, it is lagging behind right now based on the whole war FUD. But, that's also historically proven back in the past as well. It happened back here. So it is possible. And we could therefore see Bitcoin make that push and rally up quickly to 130k in the next couple of weeks. Again, it depends on the macro data right now, really. I hope Big Daddy doesn't mess around for too long with the tariff deal. I mean, yeah, I do hope that Trump and Jerome Powell, Jerome Powell being the Big Daddy, of course, that Jerome Powell doesn't keep waiting, because he's waiting so much for something that may not even happen right now. He's playing a waiting game, which I think it's better for him taking action, and if it goes wrong, then amending it, as opposed to just not taking any action and waiting and waiting and waiting. Welcome, Cash Ching, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother. Let me get some more of that 5-6 cents Casper. I agree. A delayed price increase will benefit many of us. Need more time to accumulate. That's my whole point. Of course, it's frustrating seeing Casper down for so long. People at this point just want to see the price of Casper just explode. I get that. I do. But at least in my belief and many beliefs, Casper is going to explode the cycle still. So the longer it stays down here, again, remember that video, I've showed it a clip numerous times from Kathy Wood. She's speaking about Tesla stocks, but it's still, addressable to any asset. The longer the base, the bigger the breakout. If Casper has a longer time down here, it lets us to accumulate more cheap as well, for one, but also it means that when it does break out, it'll be a bigger breakout. At that point, we could see smart contracts be released, tier 1 listings be released, native smart contracts, stablecoins on Casper as well. There's so much more that can come out by the time Casper does take off. So again, it's frustrating seeing us down here, although we have done very well the past 3 to 4 days or so. As we zoom in closer here, we can see Casper, since it made that bottom down here at 6 cents or so, it then made a quick push back up 30% since then. Well, currently it's actually up about 27% or so. Yeah. It did reach 8 cents earlier today and then got rejected there, which again, that's not surprising. Remember, we were speaking about it time and time again. 8 cents is a critical level of support or resistance, and now Casper's below that. So it's going to be very tough for Casper to break above that. If you break above that, that will be huge, because 8 cents has been a proven level of support and resistance time and time again. So we need to break that. It's going to be a hard one to break. It's the hardest level for us to break right now. So we may see a lot of rejection in the time being. Hopefully, Bitcoin can make that push above 110k again. If it does, then I believe Casper will probably make that move above 8 cents again. And then it might have a bit more freedom to push quite comfortably up to, again, maybe... I would be surprised if Casper does that and comes down again. I think Casper, again, if the market's preparing for that breakout, Casper might have a cleaner push towards 12 cents and then push up again. Hopefully. But again, time will tell. Hopefully we see 10 cents again in a few weeks. I hope so as well. Definitely an extended cycle this time. Institutional governmental investment into Bitcoin, hence the Bitcoin dominance. But this cycle, there are less holders taking profit, which reduces the flow into alts. And in a sense, yeah, I also agree. I do agree that there's a good possibility we'll see a cycle extension. Now, how much of an extension, again, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's going to be a few months, maybe it's going to be up to a year, maybe even longer. Again, it's all about playing it by ear. I have my indicators that I use to judge my cycle tops, and for me, of course, as an investor, I will be taking profits on the way up just to make sure, but I'll leave a moon bag in there just in case, and then DCA back in the dips. And I do think we've got a good possibility to see more, because institutions are here for the first time, and it's not just a case of institutions buying into crypto. They are literally putting every single financial asset market onto the blockchain. Again, everything. It's not just a case of, BlackRock are now investing into Bitcoin. It's a case of every single financial market that's available. Real estate, commodities, stocks, everything. Debt, everything is coming onto blockchain. Starting this year is more than just TradFi buying into a new market. They're literally adopting it and changing the whole way the system works for crypto, for it to run on crypto. So it's a very big shift, and it could, again, definitely see some interesting developments. Igra Labs plus Wolfy partnership confirmed. Not collaboration, a partnership. Casper.com's own token drop will also be a Wolfy NFT holders. Alpha for you all, boom. Wow. Fantastic news. Thank you very much, Cashing, for the information. I am very happy that I do own a little bit of Wolfy, therefore. I got Wolfy a little while back, actually, which I believe actually has got quite a low amount of volume right now. Where's Wolfy? There it is. Yeah, volume right now 175, $891,000 market cap's quite a small asset, but if they're partnered with Igra Labs, and a lot of people right now I think have a bit more faith in Igra than they do with Casper potentially. Of course, Igra's coming out later, but that could be big for Wolfy, very, very big. So, and again, yes, Casper.com, they have their own token as well, their own token drop, where if you're an NFT holder of Wolfy, then you can get some extra stuff as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Cashing, for that alpha to the community, therefore. And of course, I have dropped some extra alpha, personal alpha, regarding some other Casper related stuff in my VIP server as well. So if you want to find out VIP information and alpha information regarding institutions and equally some Casper related stuff, then check that out. Again, VIP group down below in the description, also my homepage here as well. Thank you very much for that, Cashing. Absolutely shoe stuff. Wolfy, I think, is going to do absolutely insane. There's no doubt. I'm very excited about Wolfy. I'm excited about a lot of these memes, actually. I also do hold a little bit of Nacho as well, but Wolfy right now is my biggest. It was Nacho, now Wolfy's become one of my biggest meme holders. I have a lot of faith in Wolfy. Of course, they have a bar in London. I live in London. I plan to go and visit them one day because, I mean, hey, I might as well. Greetings, Pavel, bro. Greetings from Wolfy. Love to hear it, bro. I'm happy with 80 cents, $1.25. I mean, 80 cents to $1 Casper equally. People, of course, will be upset by that because people were expecting $5, $10 because they were bought into the Moon Boy element. But from this current price right now, 80 cents to $1 is still a 10 to 15x from here. That is a very, very big multiplier from here. 1050x is quite a big multiplier from here. So that's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all if you got that. That would be just below or just around a $26 billion market cap, which I think it potentially could go higher. But again, it depends on the level of adoption. Once more, Tom Plinsky said that what we need to see for Casper to get that level up is not just retail, we need institutions to get involved as well. So we have to see that come through. If we get that come through, then maybe we can see a lot more in regards to price. But I mean, it's very, very possible, in my belief, for Casper to reach that sort of price target, maybe higher. And that's 10x from here, 15x from here. That's still a good multiplier. I'd be a Brazilian. That would be something, huh? Absolutely insane. With Casper, we go from fax to email. Does anyone else use fax? No, not at all. With Casper, you go from the financial system right now, which is using flint and stone to spark to make a fire, to blockchain being a lighter to light a fire, to electricity. That's what Casper is. Casper's electricity to make light. It's a whole different ball game. Local comment here. Welcome back, Falco Bro. Very, very well, brother. Thank you very much for the comment. Is Matt still mining? It's a good question. To my knowledge, they still are. They don't hold much Casper anymore now. Haven't checked their. I mean, their next. They did a report in February. They did one in May, so they won't have a next. The next report won't be until August, I believe. The next quarterly report. To my knowledge, they're still mining Casper. They did upgrade to 10 BPS, but they're not holding much anymore. So I mean, either way, I mean the hash rate has come down significantly because of course Casper price is very, very bad. So it's not the best thing to see, but I'm sure once the ecosystem starts to flourish, when you see more adoption, that will come back and rally up very, very quickly. I'm not worried about the hash rate too much right now. I mean, you've seen Bitcoin's hash rate come down massively recently as well. So evidently all miners are feeling a little bit stressed out. And yes, as LB said, if you enjoy the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. You know the deal, get more involved in this space. Share the love. That being said, before we get to more comments right now, let's get into some more posts real quickly. So yes, we covered this already, and that as well. We got this post here from Ellen once more. Crypto bill spark GOP and industry divide. So a power struggle is unfolding on Capitol Hill on whether to pass the Genius Act as a standalone bill or as a package with market. That's what I was talking about earlier, whether they're going to pass just one by itself or pass them both together. There's a big, divide between the community right now, or the, leaders, if you will, on what they plan to do with it. The House received the Genius Act on Monday afternoon following the Senate's passage last week, but it remains unclear whether lawmakers will move it as a standalone bill or package it with the House's market structure text and send it back to the Senate for changes. It's a bit of a interesting situation right now. The industry isn't unified on that approach either, rather than two bills. A small but influential camp said to include firms like Coinbase and venture capital giants like A16Z, which is pushing for the bill to be passed as a package, viewing it as the only viable political path to getting market structure done this year. So they believe that if you do not pass both bills at the same time, the market structure is not coming out this year. So you're better off passing it both together at the same time, which does make it problematic because there's an insurmountable amount of pressure to pass the bills by August, and the market structure bill is not ready for that yet. I prefer them taking a bit longer and make sure the bills are properly laid out and decided on and everyone's in agreement before rushing out something half-assed or haphazardly. That's what Casper's great at. That's why I hold Casper, because they do make sure they do things diligently. But there are other people as well, particularly in DeFi, who are favouring securing a quick win by passing the Genius Act first. So there's some who want to see the market rally quicker. So just pass the Genius Act. We don't need the other bill to come just yet. We'll come later on. But again, you can let me know what you think down below as well, or in the comment section as well. Would you prefer to see one of the bills passed or both at the same time? which would be beneficial more so. I'm personally in favor for both at the same time. Purely because I do think if you have just a stablecoin bill, there is potential that there could be issues in regards to how it's ministered and how people go about it, and without the market structure bill to give banks more clarity, it could end up being damaging in the short term. If you have both in the same time, it's more better for the long term, I think. We'll have to wait and see. There is a bit of a divide in that regard. Not too detrimental, I think. And again, truth be told, if they take longer to do it, fantastic for Casper. Again, more time to stack when it's cheap. It's not, crypto won't blow up yet until we get these bills, I believe, or not significantly. And again, in regard to adoption, it's going to happen, no doubt. The Visa CEO stated that we're bullish on crypto and stablecoins. Shout out to Cody for posting this in my Discord server earlier, or in the Discord community even earlier, which is fantastic to see right now. So again, we're seeing more TradFi institutions getting more and more involved and actively saying they're bullish on crypto, bullish on stablecoins. We had this very interesting post earlier though, with Barclays though, which is a bit of a difference, where Barclays apparently are going to block their customers from using their cards to buy any form of crypto, to participate in any form of crypto transactions, starting in 2 days on June 27th, which is very, very bad. I'm not with Barclays, so I don't really care about that. But if you are, then just be wary of that. You should know that already. But also, the reason they're doing that for me is a bit weird, because it's like they're blocking crypto, but everybody else is accepting crypto. Are they doing that because they don't want people to be rich and they're trying to block you so they can get it for themselves, or are they just still trying to be anti-crypto? It's a weird one for me. But either way, you're still seeing these developments coming through. And again, Barclays, be as it may, Visa's bigger and Visa are accepting it. So this sort of behavior is going to be quickly pushed. If Barclays don't accept crypto, they will become obsolete. There's no doubt about it. I've heard, again, shameless plug, countless alpha information in my community that literally say, if you do not adopt crypto, you will become obsolete. Swift has said that. If you do not adopt ISO 20022, you will become obsolete. And ISO 20022 goes hand in hand with crypto. So it's a very, very big deal. Now we've got some Casper updates here as well, before we get some more comments real quickly, where it talks about Igra's network. Igra Labs network now supports deep reorgs on Casper's layer 1, critical for maintaining consistency. So this is a very big deal, and they have now explained it a little bit more so as well. They've been asked about what those deep reorgs are exactly and why they're crucial. So they're going to have some details. This is stuff I love to see, because I'm not a technical person. I try to research into it and find out more. I'll get given an okay answer, but hearing the experts talk about it will give me a lot more clarity. So effectively, a reorg is any change that causes blocks to be removed from a selected chain, requiring the network to revert some computations. The depth of the reorg is roughly how many blocks were reverted. So when the core developers talk about deep reorgs, they typically mean depths that are extremely unlikely in most scenarios. So, reorg spanning over hours or even days. The network should have contingency plans for addressing them in case of a catastrophe. If something goes really, really wrong, how are they going to be able to revert the blocks back? But that's not what they mean, though. So what they mean, to explain this, we need to look closer at how Igra's network architecture. You probably already know two things about Igra. It runs on top of Casper and provides an Ethereum virtual machine running stack. But what happens in the middle? Since we aim for EVM compatibility, we use Ethereum's execution engine, Reth, to process smart contracts. But there's a problem. Reth only knows how to read and create Ethereum blocks, not Casper blocks. So to bridge this gap, Igra implemented Viaduct, an intermediate layer that periodically takes a batch of Casper blocks and converts them into a single Ethereum-like block. We call this result an Igra block. The purpose of Igra blocks is not to only reformat transactions data to a REST-compatible form, but also to save the work for other Igra nodes. An Igra block contains data that allows for authentication against a Casper node much more efficiently than computing the Igra block yourself. So what they have done, a bit more information here about it as well. Effectively, what they did, it means that the layer one, that it's a layer one selected chain block that is used. It basically means that they are taking out the very nitty gritty, difficult thing that you'd have to do manually. It makes also Igra therefore more compatible with Casper while utilizing their EVM compatibility nature. So what they've done here is basically make Igra and therefore Casper more compatible to Ethereum in the processing of blocks and whatnot, which is a really, really massive change. a really, really big change. So Igra are popping off, and their team, of course, is insane team. They've got people like, again, people who used to work for DAG Labs, which involve, of course, us being Casper holders, we're going to hold them in high regard because they once we founded Casper. Mike Zack, for example, who's part of DAG Labs, or was part of DAG Labs, who's now working for Igra. That's fantastic stuff to see. I'm looking forward to seeing more and more announcements coming out from Igra as well regarding what they're trying to build and what they're trying to do. And of course, their public test should be coming out hopefully in the next 3 weeks or so. So it's meant to be mid-July, apparently. We have another update here as well from Casper EVM. They mentioned that they are, of course, they're trying to release their own layer 2 as well, and they had to back up due to lack of funding. And they said they're going to try and build something else on Casplex now. But they had to take, again, a little bit of delay because they had, unfortunately, some of the developers or partners that were away. They had to delay it, but they have returned. So they haven't got an ETA just yet, but they will be working and making an announcement very, very soon on the project they're trying to release as well. And remember that Casper did mention that there are multiple projects that are on Casplex right now that haven't got any X marketing. So actually what we know about Casplex so far is still quite a little amount, which is definitely quite a frustrating thing for a lot of people in Casper. I know a lot of people right now have said they want to wait for Igra because Igra has been a lot more transparent. And the Casplex have been a lot more hush-hush. Which, I mean, I'm all for transparency. I like knowing what's going on. Makes me feel more safe as well. But what they haven't done it, again, is up to them. Hopefully they bring out some more information and some clarity very soon because it's been very quiet as of late as well. Of course, they're just working, I'm sure, but, you know, it's definitely weird if I put it down there. But either way, Casper EVM also builds some stuff for very, very cool. In regards to this sort of stuff as well, CoinCo highlights here that they're interested in the first lending and borrowing protocol on the Casper ecosystem being Fervent Finance. It's an expansion of the Zealous Swap ecosystem, and there will be no separate token for the protocol, which means Zeal got another utility and revenue generation mechanism. So if you're holding Zeal, I mean, that's again another benefit to it. You can have a lending and borrowing protocol, which is big parts for finance already, and of course in crypto now as well. So a portion of the protocol revenue flows to Zeal stakers on Zeal swaps. So again, if you're staking Zeal, great for you. Future on-chain governance will be led by Zeal token holders and Nacho. So that's again, that's why Nacho, while Nacho is again not done the best as of late, he's been quite lackluster. Nacho already have a lot of deep ties to elements in the community. They're working alongside Zeal. Zeal's doing fantastic right now. So with Casper going up and Zeal going up as well, Nacho inherently will go up as well. And of course, then as Crash Ching mentioned earlier, if Igra does extremely well and Igra goes up, Wolfy will do very well. I think Wolfy are partnered with Igra now, which is also extremely big news. All the deposits are protected by the Zealous Swap insurance fund for extra peace of mind, built by Zealous Swap, powered by Casper. There's a prototype video here as well, which you can see a little bit about. So yeah, this is again very, very big news. Unfortunately, my quality is a bit sucky. But either way, I mean, this is the sort of stuff we're going to be seeing coming out to Casper more and more. This is still early stage adoption, you know. We've still got a lot more to come out in this space. We're still building, we're still waiting for the mainnet. You know, all the stuff that's coming out now makes me excited for what's going to come out in full force. I'm looking forward to actually actively trading and participating on Casper. Actually on Casper will be very, very big. And then there's one other announcement here as well regarding Casper Media. They've got another event taking place in France on the 1st of July, which is next week. So if you're in France, by all means, have a meetup, chat with the ambassadors, and just get to, you know, socializing more. You know, be part of the family more so as well. That's what we are, Casper. Here we are a family, and hopefully the price will bring more people to the family as well. Although I feel like at this point now, people who are in Casper right now, they have conviction. They are actually part of the family. Those who come in later on will probably just be trying to find the pumps. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully they end up staying around longer to learn why you should be part of the Casper family. Right now, Casper volumes of 127 million, which is great. Above 100 again. Want to see it higher once more. Still waiting for that. Big get. That is insane. 38%. That is the highest I think I've ever seen BitGet volume. Now, that's not absolute confirmation, but do remember once more, the KEF back in November 10th in their AMA did say that what these tills want to see is high volume for Casper, in particular on the major exchanges, being Bybit, BitGet, and of course now Kraken. BitGet's at 20%, Gates at 20%, Mexi 30% as usual. Bybit and BitGet will normally be around 10% or 5%. BitGet being at 40% almost is insane. Now, if it stays at this way in this fashion for, let's say, a week, that may be an indicator that T-Wolves are looking more so at Casper. Maybe. Although, again, with more frequent updates we've seen since November, we know that Binance and OKX are already integrated with Casper, but they're not inclined. They don't have it in their business strategy right now to list a spot listing for Casper. They have it, they want to, but they're not doing it right now. And of course, we saw from my video that I posted last night, I believe, and equally from the live stream that Dr. Martin Hyperbeck said that the reason why the likes of Binance and Coinbase haven't listed Casper because they are a threat, or Casper is a threat to their BNB and their base. So for me, again, there's no doubt they will list it, inevitably. But when, again, we don't know. But that is good stuff to see for BitGet, a big exchange that is actually dominating the volume for Casper right now, which is a pleasant surprise right now. Look at the top addresses right now as well. We can have another look and see what's currently going on in the addresses right now. 533,000, great stuff all around. Seeing 6 million inflows from number 6 here. A bit out of MEXC, still an Aquaman. Saw quite a few outflows today. And even some inflows. You got number 12 has 7 million, 6 million, 21 7 million as well. We're seeing some big transactions going through right now, in and out. So again, people are still stacking Casper right now. Maybe it's some addresses, maybe it's some exchanges. Again, still waiting for more, but this is reassuring stuff all around. Casper again is currently one of the only assets that's really pumping today as well, which I'm not gonna dance and sing and run to the hills or whatever about that, because that happens here and there. It's great to see, of course. Hopefully Casper can continue in that fashion and keep going there as well. Lopez, thank you very much for the $2 donation, brother. It means a lot, my man. Thank you very much indeed for your support. And yeah, great. I listen to your videos. I appreciate it very, very much, brother. Thank you very much for your support. Honestly, it means so much. Everyone here continuously tuning in and watching more, asking questions. You are the reasons that you guys are the reason that I do this. You guys and girls are the reason that I do this. So thank you very much for being here once more. And again, hopefully our conviction will pay off very, very soon. We will be here soon enough as well. And we'll be making money off Casper. A lot more, hopefully. Casper, again, is doing fantastic today. Hopefully continues. We just see a break above 8 cents still. Not far off it. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good day as well. Although, based on what we've seen with Bitcoin recently, I suspect we'll probably see some form of resistance from Bitcoin around here again. We might see a bit of a pullback again, and then see it push above. Again, it depends. As DD was highlighting for the PCE data, that would be a big indicator of the macro to see where the Bitcoin and the markets are going to go. Maybe it's finally going to start following the empty money supply. If it does, if it follows the empty money supply, I'm saying it right now, it's a very strong chance based on these macro that you'll see Bitcoin very quickly run up for 120k up here, which is only a 10k move, but that's a 10% move. That could be a very, very big move if that happens. So I'm hopeful, of course. Again, hopefully the war, this stuff comes to a complete and utter end, and we are starting to get on to actually building again. Welcome back, Wing Hong, bro. You're doing very, very well. 78th, yes. Very late, but here nonetheless. We moon yet. Hopefully soon. Again, hopefully soon. Casper ready to run? I hope so, Shay. I really, really do. Right now, again, it is one of the few that's actually pumping today, which is reassuring. I'm sure you're going to see Casper Guru post it on Casper Guru post it. I haven't got him up here, but Casper Guru probably post it on Twitter. And when he does that, the markets tend to go down the other way. Yeah, Casper Guru here. Let's just see if he has posted it. I guarantee he has. Love the guy, honestly. Yeah, there you go. In a sense, supply shock underway, by the way. I mean, there definitely is an element of supply shock coming through right now. You've got, we check it out right now. You've got almost 92% of Casper being mined right now. 92% is insane. So, it's not much Casper left available. Well, it's getting shorter, so there is a supply shock coming through, definitely. But hopefully Casper wake up very, very soon. What's up, Wyatt? Bro, you're doing very, very well, brother. As long as the top wallet keeps buying, I am all in on dips every week. Actually should be, yes. I mean, again, a good indicator for Casper doing well is once more the hash rate, the addresses, all these stuff that is a good indicator to see where the big money, where the smart money is looking at Casper right now, and they're still looking at it. You know, all the lackluster price actually be frustrating, but once more, you've got to think about the smart money. Don't want you to be rich. They never do. Not going to try and make it obvious to you. They're going to try and, I mean, again, out of all the assets in the space, Casper's had the hardest run. They had the best run by a country mile, and then it's been going through probably one of the longest dry spells. Almost a full year. Although technically it's over a year, but actually it's been almost a year because it started in August. But it's been a very, very long dry spell, and so many people have sold. Content creators have stopped making content on Casper as well. So many have left. And that's up to them, and that's completely fine to them. I mean, more power to all of you who have moved on, who found something else. Hopefully it pans out well for you. I don't care if you leave Casper at all. I want everybody to do very, very well. I, of course, don't only talk about... I talk about Casper mainly, of course, my biggest bag, my favourite project. But I do hold some other assets. I do hold a little bit of, you know, Zebek, which, you know, has done... Well, no, actually, no. I'm going to get into Zebek very, very soon. I don't hold Zebek just yet. I do predict it will come back down a little bit more so. Again, maybe wrong in that regard, but it had a massive, massive rally when everyone started getting involved in it. And then it had a 50% pullback. And I suspect it may come back a little bit more again, maybe to around the zone here. I might skip a little bit then, maybe. But I mean, I hold, you know, XRP, I hold some SUI. I did sell my SAY after realizing it was completely infinite supply, because I did not realize that. So I lost a bit of SAY, but again, for me, SAY, I realized that there was a lot more risk to that, therefore, that I was willing to take. But I hold some other assets as well, Tau as well. I think all do very, very well. I'm down on quite a few of them. I'm up on quite a lot of them as well. Casper I'm currently down on, but I think it's going to do very, very well. But yeah, I think Casper's got a lot more coming through it. XCN's also one that has gained a bit of momentum recently. Also had that massive rally at the beginning of the year. And it's been doing a lot of chopping now since then. XCN is also an interesting one. So Tony Bro, you're doing very, very well. How long have you been going? I started on the hour, so now it's 52 minutes. I started on the hour. So I'm sorry you only got the notification now. I did post an announcement in my Discord server. I do I've been trying to do it more recently now. When I'm about to go live, I'll say I'm going live in 5, or I'll post it if I change the time as well. So if you want to find out when I'm going live again, the free Discord server, you can check the link down below in the description, or my homepage here as well, and you can find out when I'm going live alongside a community where you can just chill, chat, and learn more about crypto and Casper and everything else. Did you see all the AI videos from KRI? Pretty good, actually. Think Casper. Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. Some people were very, very upset by it. They thought, why are they going through this campaign? It's so weird. And I was kind of like, it's interesting. You know, they did post a lot of AI videos. You know, Think Casper. I thought it was an interesting campaign. I think it's a very interesting campaign. I'm looking forward to more that KRI are releasing for Casper. Hopefully, to hear some more about it. But yeah, I mean, it's once more, again, a testament to what AI is bringing to Casper. Because some of them did look very, very realistic. What's up, Buffalo Bro? You're doing very, very well, brother. These notifications are some BS. Yeah, I know. The YouTube notifications are really, really dodgy sometimes. I don't know what's really up with them, because I have it myself, you know. I'll have it where sometimes I post a video on my channel. And of course, when I post a video, being the content creator, I'll get a notification saying, oh, you just posted, like, and that's fine. Sometimes the notifications come back to the next day. I'm like, why have I been told a day later that I posted a video? I know I posted a video last night. YouTube can be very dodgy by that. I don't know what's going on there. To be a millionaire at your 50-cent price target, you need to have 2 million Casper. That's probably what everyone own in this chat combined. Casper needs $10 for anyone to make any real money. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I'm not going to out anybody, of course, because that is their own private information. But I do know that people here have got more than 2 million Casper in this chat. I don't. God, I wish I did. God, I wish I did. But I mean, some people in this chat are massive holder scooter. You gotta understand that, because I have been fortunate enough to be able to attract some very, very brilliant individuals and continue to make content on Casper, and they seem to love my content, so they come and chill and chat and learn more, you know. I do agree that Casper going a lot higher would be fantastic, and $10 would be, well, a lot of the smaller holders make a lot bigger money, but a lot of people in this chat are already probably in that dolphin category anyways, so they're already holding quite a lot. And even then, how high Casper goes is completely up to you where you think it's going to go. Could it reach 50 cents, which would be a $13 billion market cap? You think Casper is going to reach just 13 billion market cap? I'm just asking. Again, when you think about price, I think thinking about price is such a weird thing. When you think about price, you think 50 cents Casper, it sounds really, really far-fetched to an extent. But you understand that market cap what matters. Market cap makes the price. Do you think Casper can reach 13 billion market cap? When you look at the crypto projects in this space right now, 13 billion right now would put you, what, at 11th right now. And that is without altcoin cycle, without the cycle taken off properly. For me, top 20, top 30 will be all in the 13 billion. Quite comfortably, I believe. I mean, you can check it. Have a look. Let's look at, I mean, AVAX peaked at 30 billion last cycle. Where did Litecoin last cycle, where did it peak? When it loads up. God, my computer's so slow. Litecoin peaked at 25 billion. Hedera. Oh, my computer is so slow right now. Wow. That is criminal. Oh my gosh. Is it me or is it CMC? 12 billion. So even that's 12 billion as well, Hedera. And that's this year actually. So that's going to go a lot higher this year as well. Last cycle it didn't do much at all, but that's this year already. So it's going to go a lot higher this year, in my belief. And then there are many, many projects as well that, for me, I think with institutional adoption being here, with ETFs coming through, 13 billion is going to be like your top 30 assets, maybe even top 40. Who knows? So can Casper reach 13 billion market cap based on what they're bringing out? Can it reach 26, being a $1 price target? Can it reach higher? It's up for you to decide that. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just purely highlighting that when you're thinking about a price of a project for crypto, don't solely look at the price. The price is the market cap divided by the circulating supply. That's what the price means. But what determines the price is the market cap. Market cap's very important. So when I think about how high Casper can go, or when I'm making my internal predictions on a project, I think, look at a market cap, look at where it peaked, look at its comparisons, and then think about it that way. Of course, it's not as surefire as that, because again, think about tier 1 listings, no VC backing, that will potentially hurt Casper at a potential peak, potentially, although it's better for us, and they'll come in involved in due time, but it might potentially prevent it peaking as high as it could have done. But market cap's what really, really matters. So if you think Casper can only reach a 13 billion market cap being 50 cents, then fine. If you can go at least to 26 being $1, then think about that as well. Again, it's completely market cap what matters. 2 billion is nothing. We reached 5 billion earlier. We reached 5 billion in August. 2 billion is nothing. And you're welcome, man. Lopez, thank you very much for being here once more, man. You're a legend. I don't care of Casper price action. My position is buy only. Hey, love to hear that, Dimmer Time Mother. The hash rate related to newer, faster miners coming to the market, not necessarily more people mining. Okay, well, there you go. That makes sense as well. I mean, again, the hash rate will come back and go up a lot higher in due time as well. You know, it went through an absolute frenzy. It came back down. Again, Bitcoin's come down as well. It will come back because people realize that mining is also a way to make money. And I mean, Casper's whole system will run off miners as well. But until the markets come out for the DeFi for Casper comes out, the layer 1.5 and the layer 2s, there's not much incentive. Well, there is incentive to mine Casper, of course, but the price is not really there for it to be worthwhile, I guess. I don't mine Casper, so I can't say for sure. But I'm sure those use cases and that incentive will come back very, very soon. I'm holding my Casper for the next 10, 25 years. Thank you all. Well, I'd love to hear that, Lopez. Hopefully you'll be extremely rich by that point. I think that'd be absolutely insane. And you're from Mexico. Great stuff, my man. Great stuff indeed. Is Casper quantum proof? It's a very good question. There's a lot of theories about it. To my knowledge, nothing is quantum proof right now. And that is definitely a cause for concern. But I think the ideology about when quantum attacks are going to come in full force is still a few years off. So the answer right now is, to my knowledge, no. But in saying that, not that it's definitely going to happen, but for example, Shai, who's now working with QAI, who used to be part of Casper Core, he actually has a PhD in quantum cryptography. So the whole reason why I highlight that is, again, because Casper, to my knowledge, is not quantum resistant or quantum proof, but there are people who are looking into how to do that now. And I think there's a good possibility that Shah will come back in the future. I hope he does. Me personally, people may disagree with me, but I hope he comes back and he may help Casper become quantum proof. We'll have to wait and see. Anyone have a few million Casper? I mean, up for you to determine that. I don't, but I'm not going to display how much I do actually have. But I'm hoping for more. Double set as J. I mean, some people have a lot more. So some, again, put it this way. You are currently at Casper at 7 cents. How much you have is irrelevant. The fact that you're here before these tier 1s is huge, in my belief. Everyone has their own... The reason why I never would put anybody down for how much you're holding a Casper, because once more, not just we are early in and of itself, everybody also has their different financial situations. Some can only afford to put $5 or $6 into Casper. Some can afford to put 100k into Casper. Everyone has a different financial stage in their life based on their age, based on their job, based on their wealth, whatever's going on. So the fact that you are here in and of itself is an impressive feat, so hats off to you. And of course, you can share how much you hold if you choose to. I'm not asking you to. I won't. I don't share how much I hold. That for me, money is a private matter. I do share what I hold because, again, I want to try and build trust and transparency. But there are certain elements to where I feel like it's worth me keeping it to myself, like how much I hold and how much money I have. Those things I think are very, very private. And I know a lot of people do share my sentiment as well. But again, how much you hold is completely up to you. Some are holding fish status, some are dolphins, some are sharks, some are whales. Like, again, people have a lot of capital. Some may not have a lot of Casper, but they also bought in. My Casper was at like 0.003, so they're already minted. So again, it's situational. When smart contracts, unfortunately, we have no confirmation right now. We did hear a post from, I'm going to load it up real quickly right now. We saw a post from Casper Door, where he did give an update saying that the testnet's going perfectly fine, but there's still no mainnet date, still to be determined. So he did originally say like a month or two back, it'll happen definitely before Q3. We are currently 6 days away, 5 days away from Q3. So looking unlikely we'll get a mainnet launch in this quarter. But in that regard, then I'll probably see it in July with Igra's testnet as well. So we'll hopefully see it very, very soon. I would like to say the next month, but we'll have to wait and see. Been here smart contracts for 2 years, with evidence that Casper will get smart contracts. There's loads of evidence. The layer 2s are smart contracts. The Casplex, that is a smart contract protocol. That's the layer 2 with smart contracts. The Igra is smart contracts. The Ethereum virtual machine, that's smart contract elements. You got testnets for Casplex out right now. You got Igra testnet coming out next month. So the evidence is there. It'll be coming out fully, seemingly in Q3. And then you'll see the layer 1.5 being the native smart contracts. That'll be coming out probably late Q3, Q4. But again, we haven't got a timeline. Tom Polinsky and Microsoft did say there's a roadmap coming out. So they're going to make a roadmap. So that will be interesting as well, giving us more clarity on what they're planning and when it's going to come out as well. KRC20, Wolfpack education adoption. I agree. The Wolfpack is definitely all on a hunt right now. Put it that way. Mr. Miles, first. You're definitely not first, but great to have you back, brother. Hope you're doing very, very well. Casper is the future of money and crypto. I agree. Very much agree. Smart contract around the corner. Also agree as well. That's very, very close. And testnets are live. Yeah, Casper testnet is live. Igra's coming up very, very soon. So again, we are currently at a price where it's not favorable for Casper. It's not ideal for you if you're if you're holding for long term. It's not that deep, truth be told. But of course, you want to see it a lot higher. Point being is, Casper at the price right now where it's undervalued, where you've got stable coins likely coming up very, very soon. Smart contracts literally on the horizon. Still no tier 1s that will hopefully be coming through the cycle as well. The only argument and a valid argument to why tier 1s may not list Casper because Casper is a threat to their protocols. But inevitably, they can't ignore Casper forever. They can't. Because of what Casper provides, Casper will actually be more beneficial for them because they'll realize that Casper, if you're using BNB or Base while they are working already at making them millions of dollars a month. If you're using Casper, it's going to be more secure, decentralized, cheaper, and faster. So while they'll lose their protocol in that sense, they can just go on Casper instead and technically make more money. Or it'll be easier and better. Like, well, if Casper becomes more mainstream, people are going to go on Casper in general anyways, you know? Exciting times ahead indeed, Mila. Very, very exciting times ahead. They're getting closer and closer indeed. And this stuff as well is huge news. These bills coming out. This is proof of how close we're getting. Again, if you want to find out even more information ahead of time, our information about what the smart money are doing, check out the VIP group once more. I've got a lot of information in there as well. And equally, if you sign up to the affiliate link down below, the BYDFI affiliate link, you can get access to the VIP channels in the Discord server once more with BYDFI. As well as a 1 month free trial to my VIP as well. So all the information down below in the description. Check it all out. And equally, they've got some campaigns with BYD for right now. Some incentives, like a Casper trading campaign, a chance to win some free Casper if you sign up through my link and click the link right here. And equally, a new deposit bonus as well. So you get some free, potentially $2,000 bonus to trade as well. Should you sign up through my links again, all down below in the description. Also on my Discord server as well in the affiliate link channel. So check that out all there as well. Fill your bags. This is financial advice. Well, it's not financial advice, but I mean, I think second Casper is not a bad shout. Me personally, not financial advice. Not financial advice. So do your own research. Go and test smart contract on the testnet. Yeah, you can also test smart contracts right now on the testnet. So you can do that. There's proof already there. With that being said, thank you everybody once again for tuning for today's Casper crypto live stream. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Thank you everyone once more for tuning in. If you want to get more involved in crypto and Casper, the free Discord servers there available. Check out the affiliate link for BYDFI as well to maximize and make more benefits of trading. You get a 17% discount on all trades, which is huge. VIP group there as well. All available. Links down below in the description on my homepage here as well. Have a great day. Even good night, my people, my family, and I will see you all